What do you think about your defense tonight?
They played amazing. Shout out to them. You know, we lean on each other, so I'm super proud of them boys.
How would you are we doing microphone?
Here, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
How would you describe just the offense tonight?
First half, I feel like we played really good. You know, definitely knew that they were going to try to stop the run and just did some different schemes for that. So try to throw it. Thought we threw it pretty well in the first half. The second half, we were just flat. Just needed a big play or just needed to play, just stack plays really. And we just couldn't find our rhythm. So, you know, that's a good defense over there. A lot of respect to those guys. They had a good plan for us. So, you know, it's good to learn in the dub, but, you know, I definitely know that we'll be better.
Speaking to your point about being flat in the second half or later on in the game, what do you feel like is going to be the first point that you bring up in the offensive meeting, some of the things that you're going to key in on what you guys can improve?
I mean, it's a multitude of things, but I feel like just shooting ourselves in the foot, it's never really them. You know, we run a type of play style where like regardless of the coverage or whatever it is, you know, it's up to the players to execute. You know, so I definitely think like we gotta stop getting penalties. That's one thing. Another is just, you know, stop shooting ourselves in the foot, had on a hat in the run game, had on a hat in the passing game, and really just stop getting in our own way.
Hey, CJ, first couple of weeks, it looks like you've been becoming more comfortable with off-script plays and taking more risks. Would you say that's something that's opened up this year for you?
I mean, yes and no. You know, I don't choose to run. I run when I have to. I feel like I am agile and I can get out, but, you know, I definitely, you know, try to read the defense to get my guys the ball because they're usually open every time. So, you know, it's just up to the pocket and, you know, navigating that, trying to make my whole line right, but also, you know, if I have to, extend the play.
CJ, you guys started 0-2 last year, and now you're 2-0. How much different did things feel this year now that you have the whole season under your belt? What have you learned? Where do you feel like you guys have grown?
0-2. I mean, 0-2 is a lot worse than 2-0. So, you know, I'm definitely grateful, definitely, you know, blessed to be playing this great game. But, you know, it's definitely a lot of things we can clean up. I think around the league you can see that, though, you know what I mean? A lot of sloppy ball, you know, some teams playing better than others, but I definitely know that, you know, Texan football was not what we put on the field today, but, you know, at least in the second half, we'll definitely be better for sure.
You and Nico connected on a couple of those scramble drill style plays. Is that something you guys work on actively? Is that like a focus of yours?
No, it's just two guys out there making plays. You know, we have a drill that we do at practice that, you know, it does help those things. But, you know, trying to just be two guys, be dynamic players.
Do you guys think you've grown your bond in that way, the kind of mind meld, so to speak?
Yeah, for sure. I think me and Nico, we've always had a good relationship and always, you know, read each other well on the field. But I think even now, you know, we'll take the next steps. And you can see, you know, Steph getting involved more, Tank getting involved, Dalton, Brev. We're just trying to spread it around, you know, and we have so many dynamic players. So, you know, it's a good problem to have.
DJ, you're obviously, you know, ultra competitive, things of that nature. How do you balance, you guys got the win, but you said it, you guys didn't put on Texans football. How do you kind of balance, wanting to correct all the mistakes, but while also, you know, celebrating the win that you guys just had today?
It's football. It's hard to win in the NFL. I'm happy. Of course, I'm not satisfied. I'll never be satisfied. There's always things that you can point out. We're not going to let one half of football make us put our head down. We're going to stay confident. We're going to stay taking shots. We're going to stay, you know, betting on us. So I definitely, you know, understand, you know, we need to be better. But, you know, like you said, winning is number one. So we won, and now it's time to move on and get better.
CJ, can you talk a little bit about what Taimi has meant to the team over these past 2 weeks? And as a quarterback, as an offense, does having a kicker that can hit from long range like that, consistency, give you guys a little bit of extra confidence, you know, once you get over the 50-yard line?
Yeah, he got ice in his veins, man. I'm super happy and proud of him. I think he broke a record today or something like that. So, you know, we definitely need him. You know, all points are big points. And I definitely think like the preparation and just who he is at practice, you know, you know that he's going to knock it down just because how hard he is on himself during practice. And, you know, it was a great job by our special teams today, blocking it. Also, you know, punt, Tommy doing his job as well. So, you know, it takes three phases of football to win a football game.
CJ, you mentioned not shooting yourselves in the foot and getting the hat on the head in the run game. What did you feel like was the biggest difference between the week that y'all had last week in the run game, which was great, and then this week and not necessarily having exactly that?
Y'all just watch film. I can't sit here and tell you right now. It's always better than what you think it is. Always, or if it's a good game, it's always worse. It's worse than you think it was. So I can't sit here and tell you that it was this or another. I just know that they had we talked to them after the game, they had a specific plan on what they were trying to get done, and they executed it, and we got to just be better. So I can't sit here and just tell you exactly what it was.
Last two, go ahead.
Somewhat twofold. One, I don't know if you saw the replay and Jumbotron and whatnot, but the hip drop tackle on Mixon, how you felt about that, and then how the offense changed once he leaves the game. Later on, Akers fumbles in the red area. I just felt like the running game was off kilter. So just, was it a drop tackle, a hip drop tackle in your mind, and then how did the offense change?
I really didn't notice it. I seen him kind of just fall down weird, and I was like, man, it didn't look good. So, I'm definitely praying for him. I know that he's a tough guy, but, just take care of himself right now. Hope that he's back on the field soon because as you can see, we need Joe. Joe's an amazing back. But, yeah, it definitely, shocked us, and we were, shifting momentum a little bit. But, that's up to my job. That's for me to get the juices back going, to, not let that happen. So let us go downhill. But, I hope he's okay. That's the main thing. I just hope Joe is all right. But I didn't notice the tackle. But yeah.
Last one, Kevin.
CJ, after a remarkable rookie season, what's been the biggest challenge or adjustment for you and your tour teams? Doing anything differently? Are they scheming against you differently?
Not really. I'm still the young, confident kid that I will and always will be. I definitely do think they tried different schemes, but I try my best not to focus on that and just focus on my job. So I don't really see a huge difference. I definitely know, what I learned from last year is, it takes a couple weeks early on to get used to playing against other teams, seeing other coverages, because you're in training camp for so long. When you get to these games, it's a little shocker until, week 3, week 4. And I think that's around the league you'll see offenses start to pick it up more.
Thank you, CJ.
All right, Joe.
Thanks, guys.